span of 100 years, our country has grown from an uncharted wilderness to an area of great wealth and productivity. When Washington was inaugurated President of the United States in 1789, Philadelphia, the largest city in the country, had a population of 42,000. New York, 33,000. And Boston, only 18,000. In 1790, there were only 5 cities over 8,000. This was just a little more than 3% of the total population. The great majority of the people were engaged in farming, livestock raising, and similar occupations. Working with hand tools, a man could produce little more than was needed to supply his own family. As the years passed, improved methods of farming were developed. The rotation of crops, the proper use of fertilizers, better seeds, and organized agricultural teaching have combined to make the land vastly more productive. Scientific breeding of livestock has greatly increased the weight of cattle, hogs, and sheep. Farming methods have been completely altered by such inventions as the reaping machine, the thresher, and the tractor. To a large extent, machinery has replaced men in present-day agriculture. It has been estimated that the modern farmer, properly equipped with labor-saving machinery, can sow as many acres or harvest as large a crop in a day as 15 men a century ago. Thus, only a small percentage of the population is needed to till the soil, assuring the country of an adequate food supply. Perhaps the largest single factor in the growth and development of cities has been the mechanical advances in all forms of manufacturing. 200 years ago, the village or small town met all the requirements of the primitive industry of that day. There was little demand for power because most goods were made by hand. The development of steam power and power-operated machines made it possible to produce more goods less expensively and more efficiently. No longer was the 1- or 2-man plant suited to the times. Factories equipped with complicated machinery replaced them and provided employment for large numbers of people. This growth led to further growth. Homes and stores had to be built to supply the workers' needs. Salesmen and office workers were needed to sell the new products. Banks and other businesses multiplied and gave employment to more people because of the business they could do with industrial firms and their employees. This industrial expansion created a need for more adequate transportation to move produce and manufactured goods for domestic and foreign trade. In the early days, the only means of mass transportation was by water. All of the cities of any size were located at harbors or on navigable rivers. The Mississippi River and its tributaries provided a valuable means of transportation. Cities were founded and flourished along its course. The river boats were used to haul every conceivable article: cotton for the mills, lumber for building construction, farm products and livestock, and passengers to settle new territories. The Great Lakes also provided a means of transportation from the eastern seacoast to inland ports. Today, this area is one of the most heavily populated and industrialized in the United States. With the advent of the railroad linking centers of population and providing faster transportation, big cities grew bigger and new cities were created. Power to operate trains and factories required coal. Great centers of population grew near the rich coal deposits. As the railroad lines moved westward, new cities developed where only wilderness had existed before. The railroads provided the first overland link between the great harbors and fertile valleys of the west with the huge industrial regions of the east. With the discovery and development of oil fields, a new source of power was procured for our country's ever-growing economy. The invention of the automobile provided us with another means of transportation. As the automotive industry grew, more and better highways were built. Until today, there are hundreds of thousands of miles of paved roads and highways throughout the country, connecting every city, town, and village. The development of vast hydroelectric projects, especially in the far west, furnished the last needed source of power to complete our economy. As a city grows in size, its needs become more complex. To travel from one part of a city to another presents problems of transportation. The early horse-drawn streetcar, averaging 4 miles an hour, would be entirely inadequate for the large, modern city of today. Electric trolley cars provide a faster and more economical means of transit, allowing cities to grow ever larger in size. To relieve traffic congestion, many cities have built subways under the heavy traffic business areas. These present-day trackless trolleys and motor buses are supplementing streetcars and, in some cities, are replacing them. High-speed freeways are designed to permit the rapid movement of motor vehicles to the far-reaching sections of the city. Improvements in transportation within cities have made it possible for people to live in small nearby towns or suburban areas and commute to work in the city with very little loss of time. As cities have grown bigger, they have also grown taller. Huge skyscrapers make it possible for businesses to house several thousand employees in a comparatively small area. But without the invention of the elevator, where in a matter of seconds you are whisked to the topmost floor, such a structure could not have been built. The development of medical science has an important place among the factors that have made the growth of cities possible. During the Middle Ages, cities were time after time devastated by great plagues. Purification of water supplies, quarantine, disinfection, adequate sewerage, and inspection of food supplies have removed one of the greatest obstacles to the growth of cities. As a city grows in size, so must its spiritual size grow. The strength and respect a city enjoys can only be as strong or as good as the people who live in it and who govern it. A well-developed city should have adequate schools, libraries, museums, and cultural opportunities for all ages. It must have recreational facilities, theaters, playgrounds, parks, and other outlets for play and relaxation. The modern city of today is the foundation of our civilization. Our country's strength is the strength of its cities. Its weakness is their weakness.